reiterate Benson Xu's talk last time. What he said was, basically, he, as a law student, he felt this is a political issue. This is purely out of political motivation when people cited certain things instead of the others. According to American law, you can see the word release, which is put here very clearly. Medical parole, what does that mean? That means the board may release medical parole by appropriate order any person who meets this requirement. For example, this person is not sentenced for life, okay? Not sentenced for life. And also, this person has a medical condition requiring extensive medical attention. So we only look at the bolded section. That's American law on medical parole. This is the ROC law, Taiwan law on medical parole. The definition is written as suspension of imprisonment. Suspension means hold temporarily. That's suspension, suspended, okay? So it's essentially the idea, I shouldn't say it's exactly the same thing, but it's very close. Suspension of, please have a seat. Suspension of imprisonment as long as this person is insane and or suffering from a life-threatening disease. So in other words, if our previous president was on medical parole, as long as he continues to be insane or continues to suffer from a life-threatening disease, he doesn't have to go back to the prison. So in a sense, these two terms are, well, I think you can answer the question yourself. And also you look at Prison Act. If an inmate suffering from disease cannot receive appropriate treatment in prison, he or she may be released. That's Taiwan law. May be released on bail for a medical treatment. See, that's why we cannot say that President Ma Ying-jeou lied to us. He didn't lie, but on the other hand, he didn't speak the whole truth either. If you look at the Taiwan Prison Act and the previous criminal code, that's why Benson used this picture to show us the one side. On the one hand, President Ma said, "I won't let you go." On the other hand, Adrian said, "I wanted to leave." Right? Okay. So it's very interesting we discussed that. And a lot of you asked me if you can read students' good assignments. Yes, we already open our e-course. We already release good assignments for you to view. So you should be able to look at good examples. Number 2, are we going to invite other specialists to give talks in class? Yes. Let's welcome our special speaker today, Mr. Eric Chen, who is a librarian at our CCU library. Let's give Mr. Chen
Okay, good afternoon. Thanks teacher giving me the chance to demonstrate the e-resource of a library. I'm Eric, the reference service librarian. Okay, if you have any question about such data, okay, you can call me 15101 or email to me at idccy@ccu.edu.tw. Okay. This is our librarian. In the center is director, and this is our president. Okay. We all welcome you to library. And any library is very friendly, okay? Why you come to library, okay? Library, we welcome you every day come here. You can study, you can relax yourself, or you can see movie, listen in music, and you can search data. You can borrow or return books, and you can discuss. We have many discussion rooms you can apply to use. And the more important resource is the e-resource. It consists of 4 components: databases, e-journal, and e-book, and then thesis. Okay. We spend $25 million every year. Every year, we have to spend so much money. Okay. So you use more, and you will be rich. Okay. Okay. Today's outlines locating e-resources, and we will a brief introduction to EndNote, the bibliographical management software, and some important databases: Web of Science, Journal Citation Report, EBSCOhost, EBSCO, and some promotional activities. You have 2 entrance points to enter e-resource. Okay, this is Chinese version. We have English version, but it's not very good. Okay, we show the Chinese version. Okay, these 2 points you can enter. Okay. For example, it was put in order by first letter. Okay, so you can enter the EndNote. We can find the EndNote library. We will introduce the bibliography management software, EndNote, or you can use it. Okay. You can manage your citations. Input. You can create a library from 4 methods. Okay, manual input or direct export from databases. You can save a file and import, or you can remote search it. So you have 4 methods to input to create a library. And the second process is manage. You can find duplicate, or you can search one more. So there are many duplicates. So you can find duplicate and delete. Then you can search it from your library. You can search it or analyze. Finally, you can output, create a bibliography, and write a paper with Word. You can connect it with Word. Okay. Here is 3 functions: collector. You can search hundreds of online resources for reference and PDF, full text. If you didn't use this EndNote, you must use the file manager to collect your PDF. You can find full text in 1 click and import records from PubMed and other databases. Okay. You can collaborate with others, share group and reference. You can create. You can format a reference for any project with cite while you write. Maybe you use any APA format, okay, or other format. You can choose one you want. The next database is Web of Science, We often listen or hear SCI, SSCI, or HCI is from the database or Web of Science. It's a multidisciplinary index. Okay. And you can search it. We take an example. We use the keyword "teacher give me" forensic linguistics as a topic. And the citation database, we check SSCI or SSCI, because SCI is science, So SSCI is social science side. And we can find 54 results. If the number is too much, for example, 1,000 or 10,000, you must refine your results. Okay, yeah, refine your results. You can narrow your results. And this is not a full text database. So if this icon full text, you can click here to find the full text. If not, it's not, the library did not purchase. Okay. If you show the full text icon, you can connect to outside to the full text source. And from the database, you can sort by time cited. For example, this paper, time cited 14. So 14 papers cite this paper, okay? And this paper have many references. If you are interested in this paper, the paper cited this paper and this paper's reference, you must see. Okay. We can connect to the source of the paper. It's outside the database. And you can see the full text, and click here, you can see the full text. We say this paper was cited 14, and its reference is 30. So this or if library has purchased, you can connect to get the full text. Okay, this full text. So you can see the full text. This is not, so you can see the full text. Okay. The reference is 30. So the same, the full text icon, you can get the full text. The next database is journal citation. It's a useful tool to rank thousands of scholar or professional journal. It was for decision to select or deselect journals. Most for library. And we often listen or hear imperfector, the noun imperfector. It was a value to see the journal is worthy or not worthy, okay. But you can choose, it's very good. Okay. The tempo is Journal of Linguistics. We can see the interface is 1.185, okay. Its rank is Q1, 28. The category is 162. Its rank is 28. It's Q1. Okay, so it's nice. It's good. The next database is XMost. You must have to use use academic search complete. We have two purchase to ASC and BSC. The ASC academic search complete. It consists of almost 10,000 full text journal. Okay, so you can come here to find any valuable paper. Then we use the keyword oriented linguistic. Okay, you can get some almost 100 results. Okay. The same have the icon PDF. You can get a full text. Okay. If not, you can see the full text. Just click, you can get a full PDF. Okay. It's very simple, very simple. You just type the keyword and click, you can get many PDF. And the S-Store full database, it costs $900. The $9 million. $9 million. $9 million. So it's very valuable. Full text database, it contains ebook, manual books, and reference book and periodicals, more than 2,500. The same with type forensic linguistics. Okay, you click search, you can find the same result. So different databases it almost shows the same method. Okay, the left is search refined results or refined results. You can narrow your outcomes. If your search is too many results, you can use refined results to narrow the value. Okay. It's the same. You click here, PDF. If you have the icon, you can get the full text. Okay. If not the icon, you can get subject, abstract. Okay. Click here, you can get the full text. And you get some abstract reference or related article or related reference book articles. Some promotional activities are, we have the state of patronage privilege. Or you must sign the statements of patronage privilege. You can borrow the books or some utilities in the library. Okay. We have the information literacy program. You can come here. If not a librarian to help you, you can come here to learn how to use the library. Okay. Information literacy program. And we have an activity promotion. I am VIP. Someone know? Okay, no. I am VIP. We can find the web page. 我可以秀一下吗？这个有上。I am VIP. You can borrow more books. If you are gold VIP, you can borrow more books. The second is premium VIP. You can use the discussion room more time. More times. And the diamond VIP, you can borrow the AV data. Okay. Audio and video data outside. Okay.
How do you become a VIP? Okay, they can contact you to get more information.
Okay, you can see a message from our web page, library web page. Have this activity. And the library week, December, the December 10th, we have opening activity. Welcome here. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's our privilege to have an English-speaking librarian here to tell us how rich a resource we have at CCU. And Mr. Eric Chen also is making himself available to all of us who are working on the final project. If you want to ask him for more information, I'm sure he will be very willing to help you on a personal basis. So I think the presentation today has been very helpful.
Okay.
Let's thank Mr. Chen.
You can email from our webpage if you have a question. Okay, thanks.
Mr. Chen's Chinese name is Chen Yingzhang.
Okay.
So if you go to the library and ask for Mr. Chen Yingzhang, you can reach him very easily. We have some international students here too, so they would really appreciate an English-speaking consultant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Would you please come forward a little bit because the words are very small. If you sit too far away, you really can't see a thing.